Hi guys, this video is made simply to clarify and rectify everything. The objective the objective here is simple: to create matter from light. This is what I also call light mining. We need the highest beam bright and the lowest beam dark. We need a dark beam. We need a dark beam, aka a beam that shines even in the gray gamma. Noise cancellation for that of constructive and destructive interference, and or delta for the sake of infra without the heat. So we need destructive interference. And then you have photons and you have scions for the sake of skia, for the sake of the Greek shadow. Scion would be the spell, S-C-I-O-N, or S-K-I-O-N for the sake of scions. Dark particles, particles of darkness. A particle of darkness would be dark matter, dark energy, true. Dark energy. Not dark matter. Dark matter is in the muons for the sake of wimps, capital letters, capital wimps. But we also have other forms of dark matter. Things that are particles so small that they don't reflect the visible bright of anything reflecting light. It would only reflect the refined heat of darkness. Infrared. Infra all for the sake of anything below red. Anything above purple. We need that for the sake of these two mixed on top of each other for a pronounced period of time. We'll do the square root of m equals the square root of EC squared. For simplicity, E equals MC squared in reverse. So we're not taking a nuclear material and destroying it and turning it into energy. We're taking energy and undestroying it, anti-destroying it, and turning it back into matter. We're locking it into the formulae for that of phi, for the sake of square root of 5 plus 1 divided by 2 for life, living. And then anything for that of matter, any, for the sake of substances. So then it stands to reason. One may actually apply quantum spin, or that which I'd call the root of spin, the square root of pi, for the sake of the spin of a triangle, for the sake of the half value, for that of c squared, and e, for the sake of the square roots of, for then the square root of e plus c, times c, that one, this square root of e times c squared, or the square root of e times c equals matter. In other words, I'm saying the square root of m equals the square root of e times c squared. If we find the spectroscopic analysis showing a signature of this matter, then we only need find that light frequency in order to make that matter absolutely actual. All we need to do is make that white light format, the shine side, shine truly with that signature true. The spectroscopic spectrographic analysis. We see that, for instance, gold is a lot of greens, but there are plenty of signatures outside of the visible spectra. Visible for the sake of all colors are acquirable in the spectrum visible. I assure you, you can learn them. If you can do push-ups, you can learn to be stronger in that format, that part of your body. Then I assure you, if you are visiting if you are visiting lights, if you have lights in your eyes or out of the corner of your eyes, really striking across you, eventually you will learn to see those colors, even the infras. Okay? I'll tell you in time, people. Strictly because of a visual. Strictly because of things I've experienced in 2018. One may actually be able to make any substance by using the black and the white of light on top of each other with respect to and regards of the spectroscopic analysis of any substance actual. So, for science sake and for greed's sake, with respect to being without, one may actually make a laser in the shade and a laser in the sun, bright. And we shine them on each other. And we have the format known as gold and the thing we call the green for the sake of everybody knows what I mean that knows the spectroscopic analysis of gold, for it definitely reflects many greens, for there are many types of golds, and it's a noble metal and it's known to be non-radioactive. When we are done with this, guys, we will be able to pick the spectroscopic analysis signature, the spectrographic signature, aka also in a fun way, spectroscopic quantum signature of any element. Element. Do you get it? L-M-N. L V for the sake of N, for the sake of new, for the sake of C, because C equals LV in my time, because we forgot about quantum spin, and we forgot about this, because it's lowercase e and capital E with respect to quantum, because China's first number is 1, E. China, you had to be first. It's the rules, as governed by the universal rules. You're the ones that solved it first, so congratulations. You are working on a project right now that is absolutely going to change the world. Major kudos. I am grateful that you know how to be loving, peaceful beings. I am grateful that you know how to reach to other nations and see who is worth saving and who isn't. Everybody is worth saving, even the criminals, for I used to be one. You will know that you have me when you hear "Happy Birthday" from your machine. That's what I used to say, for kudos and cheers and hallelujah, for the handicap's sake, because I thought I had Asperger's, for them others, Deva. There are many things that go on in multitudinous dimensions and multitudinous universes. There's a difference between other dimensions and other universes, because the fourth dimension is truly a different format of universe than this dimension, third, spatial. It's cute because we're so young as humans to understand spatial dimensions that we only understand length, width, and height. We don't seem to understand the inverted function of unlength, unwidth, unheight with respect to 0 point. Because the eye of the needle dictates that when you work with aka tourmaline, for instance, that shape, that was a hint. That's why I smiled. You may build the exoskeleton of the very same thing. So there'd be a crystal in the middle of the room, and there'd be what we believe the quantum signature of that crystal to be by making a trace of the very same crystal in the outside of the room, meaning the walls of the room. Well, inside the room, but outside. Do you get what I do? Everything is inverted. Instead of this, it would be this. So one thing would be a gigantic cylinder in reverse order of function, where the out is the in and the in is the out. And the middle is the exo out, meaning the outside of the out. So then we would be able to truly reach 0 point. If you are reaching 0 point, and we're talking about quantum, then you got to understand that there is a reason. It all appears two-dimensional because we're talking about the same things. Future tense. So it's coming at you like the stars in the sky. Some stars are closer than others, but from our point of view, it looks like they're all the same distance. In a big, sadly, there was ever a time we ever thought it was a flat earth. Shame on you, past. Thank you, Christopher Columbus, for challenging everything. The underdog shall rise on top. That's 0 point. I just want you all to know in science that reverence for the very holy love that is life itself is the very reason that I would dare call myself Levitican. Okay? We live forever. We don't try to die. We try to live. The opposite of life is existence, not death. Death is erroneous judgment, and I say death to death. I say let us overpopulate. Let us go to these other planets and let us proliferate. Let us be as a locust during a swarm. Let us be ridiculous, but let it be when we have the systems so intricately and so amazingly absolutely interwoven with reality that we can truly just manifest services like food, water, and shelter without even having to try. When we get to that point, life will seem so easy that it will be as if a manual on how to make it difficult might be in play. It's a worth try. I say cheers to everything I've said. I was trying to tell you about light mining and gold and nihonium and any compound or molecule or element or atom can be manufactured with the light safely and non-radioactively if you want, But you can have it radioactive too, because in the future we can make anything and sit there and glow because of it, because we are quantum entangled with infinity, absolutely, the immortal absolute, which is the universe itself. So we all get to live, love, laugh, learn, play, pray, grow, and make love. Inspire the others, the children to come, teach them, and be, and then do. Instead of do and then be. If you know the song Do Be Do Be Do, any of those things from the 20s, aka 1920s, then you know that we had World War anything around that time in the Doobie Doobie Doo. So I say reversal order of functions. Let's do negations with that and be do be do be. Because you notice that when we do be, we're still there afterwards, aren't we? So there we go. There's my message. I am a fairy, I am real, and happily ever after is the same deal. Okay? Fairy. Real. Real. Happily ever after. Same deal. Cheers.